The leading cause of death for pregnant women is homicide by an intimate partner.
Go to a club with just women tonight and we gonna have a ball. We gonna drink, we finna dance.
Without a question.
We gonna all have on flats.
Women are creating spaces where men are not allowed and men are feeling more and more, look at Alan.
Oh, left out. Poor me.
Like that. You obviously want to be there because y'all always complaining.
It's not the women complaining.
When men create men-only spaces, women don't be pressed to go there. Women create women-only spaces and men be like, how come they get spaces? The video Amanda's about to watch, I think, Erin, you sent it, is literally a man complaining.
All the things I've seen to get rid of men, this probably is the absolute worst thing I have seen so far.
A woman is murdered by her partner or her family member every 10 minutes. The leading cause of death for pregnant women is homicide by an intimate partner. But yeah, wanting to have drinks without it getting spiked, that's the real problem. You should get out more.
That's something you learn when you're high school, college, and you start going out with your homegirls.
Yeah, like
if you leave your drink, leave that bitch there.
You just leave it.
Yeah.
Uneasy about somebody saying, don't send me no drink.
Yeah.
You probably in cahoots with the bartender.
And Alan, to be honest, I think you probably don't understand because that's not a fear that you've ever lived with, you know? And you also don't have a daughter. So that's also not a lesson you've ever taught. But
my dad used to tell me that all the time.
All the time. Like when me and my friends started going out in like high school, just going like high school parties or whatever. But my dad be like, if you have something to drink and you sit it down, leave it sat where it is.
It's done.
Yeah. Period. When you and your homegirls go out, if 3 of y'all go out, 3 of y'all come home.
Mm-hmm.
You go to the bathroom, it's 3 of y'all. Either all 3 of y'all go to the bathroom. Yeah, all 3 of y'all go to the bathroom actually. Because that means there's one person that's going to be left out. Like it's always been learn to protect yourself. Learn to be safe when you're out. Ain't nobody saying, oh, watch these chicks. They trying to put roofies in your drink.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So
they are more and more slick with it.
Not way more stuff.
They're like performing magic tricks now.
That's not. I just want to avoid the men in the comments that are gonna say, "Oh, but women do be doing that." We're not saying that doesn't exist at all, but it's least likely. It's not as likely.
It'll be like it happens in 4%, but women be doing it too. I'd be like, come on now, chill out.
Yeah,
Nobody's
just so
saying
if
it's an
that's what you
absolute.
wanted to comment just now, save it.
to what Marie is saying, the fact that we have to do that.
You have to create a
dick slicer.
In your vagina.
And you have to put it in your vagina.
And you have to go out that way?
You have to go out that way and still get violated and sexually assaulted.
Wild.
And yes, great. Hopefully you bleed out, you scum of the earth. But like, damn. And then
Why?
you mad that women want to create women-only spaces?
I'll be honest, all right. I could literally go to a club with just women tonight and we gonna have a ball. We gonna drink. We finna dance.
Without a question.
We gonna all have on flats. And the thing is that all we're gonna do is drink and dance. And we'll be just fine.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry for the ladies who can't buy their own drinks. But to be honest, I'm going out with my homegirls. I'll get the first round. We good. And then, matter of fact, when we went out the other day, we did round.
Oh, yeah. It was just us. Feminine energy.
Literally. The shitheads are making the good men pay the price.
I feel like for a good man to still exist, they will immediately shine throughout the shitheads. So I don't know. Yeah.
Because if you a good dude, you a good dude. You're not just gonna be like, I'm going for like just a regular nice. I'm not saying like a fucking lame nice guy. I'm just saying like a regular dude. You be respectful, X, Y, and Z, and then just going to somebody that just do the most. I don't know what has to happen.
Well, also, like you guys like to say about females, birds of a feather flock together. You guys always say that. And when I say you guys, I'm talking about you.
Alan.
And Mr. Hundo, but he's not here. But
Rico do be saying that.
You are surrounded by men who ain't shit.
What does that say about you?
Then we can only assume that you're not shit either.
Mm.
If you are shit, we're going to be able to tell the difference between you and your ain't shit friends.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a way to met that.
You know, this may lead to a drastic correction. Maybe that's what needs to happen.
No, where'd you find her from? Who is this?
Her name is Big Pluto.
And what is she YouTube
She's
about?
a rapper.
Excuse me.
Youth.
Excuse me. What I do know is that she not
because I ain't never heard of no Big.
She
Pluto.
not on the call sheet, so that's what I do know. So we can talk about Pluto
Back to the script
next time.
Fact, but I think there's going to be a correction that's going to eventually occur.
It's happening.
But also, is that something that you need women to help correct? Do we need to help in correcting that, or
I think without necessarily actively trying to do it.
I think women are.
Yeah. I just think like the general consensus of like how women feel right now, and I'm not saying it's all women, obviously, but a lot and a whole lot. Like, and I know people say Instagram is not real, but social media is a reflection of the real world. It is a reflection. So if we look at social media and not at least take it as being a true representation of the world we live in, we're doing ourselves a disservice.
What were the women back?
I've never heard. I don't know what this is. I never. Wait.
I'm trying to do the math.
Alan said that men are saying.
No, can we give him? I want him to say it.
Okay.
I think it should be in a male's voice.
So the question is, what do you guys have to say about when they say that men have to do twice as more for women who are given or being 0.25% of what the women, their grandmothers, their mothers way before them used to do? So women are demanding more.
Can you give us like for instance?
So women are demanding more and giving less. It's sort of like women want to be disrespectful. They want to do whatever they want to do, but they want the man to provide, protect, do everything to be a man. He's not even allowed to be a man in most instances, right? Like his ability to be a man is usually blocked because she's like, well, you're stopping me from being a woman. So you're not really getting the same woman, but she wants the same thing. What do you guys say about
Are you putting this on all men and all women? Because
no, let's look at it generally. Let's look at it generally. I haven't heard this, but like Alan says it's common. So
very, very, very.
I mean, maybe you with the wrong woman.
Okay, this is
choose better, my nigga.
But this is what I feel. If we're talking about what women were in the past, okay, we've shied away from that, but so have men. So it only makes sense. It only makes sense that women are asking for men to be men. Whatever men are today, they're asking for what men were way back whenever. And it's because men are supposed to set the tone of a relationship. If you're not being a man, if you're not being the man a woman needs in a relationship, how can she show up as the woman that you need? How can she show up in her femininity, in the woman that you need that was a woman way back when? What, you want a housewife? You want somebody that is a good mother? You want somebody to cook, clean, and all of that stuff and love you and care for you and be your shoulder to cry on and be your support system? You need to be a man. That's where that comes from. It's not just, oh, I just need you to be doing this and this, but I'm going to continue to have an attitude and not want to do anything for you. That's not it. It's an unfair balance. The way you're phrasing it.
What I'm saying is, in that same instant, we were talking about Chris Rock earlier, right? Everybody Hates Chris. You know the show that he had did? Everybody Hates Chris.
Everybody Hates Chris.
You know the father in that movie, in that show? The father. He went
Terry
to work.
Crews.
You see, she respected him. They had their thing. They had whatever. You think a modern day woman today will consider him a man? They'd be like, he ain't no man.
Yeah.
No, most women today do not consider they would not consider that's the man they want.
What's the reason?
Because he's
Yeah, why
not
not?
balling. He's he works hard, but that's
First of
not
all,
enough.
we're all
He can't
living
get-
the same life. We're all living in the same world. We all understand economy. We don't
Right, yeah.
we don't expect you men to be balling. Where is it coming from? Unless
is
you're a
like-
scammer,
That has to be a
unless you're selling drugs, where is it coming from? I know your job. I know how much you're making or how much we together can put in
Yep.
to create a family. Like, I don't even understand. You're talking about maybe a specific type of woman.
A 20-year-old with an undeveloped frontal lobe.
Yeah.
Like, what are you saying?
Even the word balling, like who are you talking about?
I would
A working man?
clearly from our perspective, maybe we're not the people that you're
So you're saying, from what I'm understanding, the father who worked hard, took care of his family, right?
Yeah.
Was a good father, was a good
knew how to
husband, was
budget.
considerate.
You're right.
He is
Smart man.
like, he would be not like, in what universe? And I'm not talking about, again, a 20-year-old on Instagram who's following Sexy Red and is
And Big
like,
Pluto.
and whoever Big Pluto is, that really don't have a concept of life. They're living in an illusion that's not real. We're talking about grown women who are like, that is the archetype of what women are looking for.
Yeah.
Listen, okay, first of all, I'm not talking about Instagram models. I'm not talking about baddies of the West, South, North, and East. I am talking about everyday women.
Yeah, your average woman.
But
Yeah.
I also think that you think that women's number one priority is to have a man that's balling. Because once you get that, if you find that, that comes with having a man that doesn't have a whole lot of anything else.
Especially time.
You are actually confusing yourself about who you are talking about. Because to be honest, if you keep talking about what times were like back in the day, they don't have our economy. So
You can buy a house for 75 cents. Like, I'm just
a
putting it out there.
regular working man isn't as glorified, you're trying to say, as it was back in the day. But guess what? When you have a man who has a job and you meet a woman who also was working for herself, you guys have to come up with different streams of income now. And that's where partnership comes into play, because in this point in time, we all know one stream of income isn't going to cut it. Now you have to figure it out. 2 income households, what can we do for more money? Because more money gotta come. It can't always be like what it was. And I think that that's also where the problem stems, is we keep comparing today's relationships to what relationships were back in the day. It can't be the same.
And I actually say that women, I think we don't do the best job either of our revisionist history, because we're like, oh, well, my grandma didn't work no job. My grandpa took care of her. Yeah, but your grandma did everything else. Your grandma also had she had no control over her life, period. You don't have your own money. And when you don't have your own money, you don't have freedom of movement, to be honest, and freedom of choice. You have to, because you need that source of money, you have to acquiesce to whatever it is that person who is a source of money, whatever it is they say, whatever it is they do.
You got to check in with that man for every
Thank you.
move.
Thank you.
That's not, Alan, don't generalize.
I know for a fact my grandpa didn't give my grandma that check.
Don't generalize.
Right.
That's how you keep them in their
We
place.
don't know. Every relationship is different, but what we do know, many of women from a yesterday will talk to their daughters
And granddaughters.
their granddaughters,
Yes.
and say, do not
Yep.
end up like me.
Yep.
I had no autonomy,
Yep.
no control, and I was at someone else's mercy. I don't want this for you. I want
My own
you to
father
be
tells me
able to walk away if you need to. I had no choice but to stay. A lot, Alan.
And men, and let's also be honest, men with daughters tell that to their men
Facts.
tell that to their daughters. Men themselves do not want their female children to be reliant
on a man.
on a man. Now, what does that say?
Always be able to walk away if you need to.
I'm just saying, what does that say? You got men who want whatever it is, whatever fairy tale you're talking about. You have men who are desirous of that, but then they're also telling their daughters, go get your education, go learn how to make some money, go learn how to live alone, go learn how to take your trash out, cut your grass, know how to cut the water off at the main, how to cut your toilet water, like all these basic simple things. Fathers with daughter, or fathers who got sense, I'm sorry, I don't know about the other ones, but like if you got sense, that's what you're teaching your daughters, because you don't want your daughter, one, to be dependent on a man or taken advantage of by a man because of the things that she doesn't know or the things that she doesn't have.
So, okay, so if I'm listening to what Erin is saying, is basically women are better off being raised not to need a man instead of being raised on how to be with a man.
No,
that's what it sounds like.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that we have been taught by our mothers, grandmothers, aunties, whatever, and by our fathers and grandfathers, is that in this particular climate, we are best suited to know how to live without being reliant on someone else. Because my daddy would tell me all day when I was younger, he'd be like, you can rely on me. You need a bill paid, you need an X, you need a Y, you can rely on me. And I'm the only one you should be relying on when it comes to be relying on a man. Not these little young boys out here. My daddy always told me, if you need something, come to me first. And you let niggas know that you got a daddy all the time. But Alan, I think you have to get to that point. Like, I don't think, but how do you find this person, right?
And also, I would not trust that 100%. I don't know why I was just thinking about this driving yesterday, but I would not trust a man paying my rent. I would love that. It would be so beautiful. But I don't want him to have anything over me.
Yep. Because if he can feed you, he can starve you.
I wouldn't want that. Sounds beautiful, but nah.
Alan, I think it's different when you're saying, okay, it's the character of the person.
Yep.
We know there are relationships and marriages where the man completely provides for the woman, and it's not a matter, it's not even a thought. It's not something he even thinks about holding over her head.
Right.
It's something that he just does. She has access to any account. As a matter of fact, if she wanted to drain one of them accounts and take off, she could. And I've heard men said, you know what? I would just make more. I've heard men say, even if she divorces me and takes everything from me, I will make more. So nobody's talking about that it's impossible.
I'd be like, send me the money. No. The rent, send it to me first and I'll pay my rent. It's like buying a car and it's not paid off and in my name. But Alan, again, I don't think we're talking about average people. I don't know what you're talking about.
Who are these men? Dude, that is not the average man. And this is the problem. You will say something like that, like, oh, I'm sending $50,000 in her account and she's with Tom, Dick, and Joe and them, right? And now you got some dodo who barely makes enough to cover his own life. And somehow he processes it in his brain that that's his life. That is not your life. That is a 1%er's life. This is the problem. This is the issue that we're having.
And are we talking about people in relationships? Because that's what I was referring to. I'm not talking about you liking a girl and you're like trying to throw money at her.
Yes, Alan.
Because why is she with Pookie and Ray Ray and whoever the hell you said?
Tom.
Like what is that?
Here, Alan.
No. See,
What I'm saying, just to close it off in whole, is like it feels like we're living in a time, and I don't want to say because of social media and options, that we are in a place that women have become almost impossible to be satisfied.
Okay. Great.
Oh,
That's why they
so
walking
that's the
away.
message.
See? That's why. That's why they walking away. That's why they're going to only women speak, because of comments like that. They've had enough. They're like, you know what? You right. You right.
Yeah.
I'm so quick. No problem.
You know what? You right. And then now, where the women at?
Yeah. We finna go
We
have
partying with by ourselves.
Yeah.
They building
No,
women
just
only
imagine.
community.
I will, because I also think women dress up for women. So I think we'll still be cute, but we'll be in flats. We'll have probably more braids, no bust downs. Lip gloss instead of lip
Definitely
stain.
no bust down.
Like I'm just saying.
I actually do like to dress up when I'm out with my friends. Like,
Yes,
and I mean
I
like
know.
full on heels.
I
feel
know.
good.
Yeah.
Because it's
Like,
really,
let's go out and
it's
look
for
sexy
y'all.
and take pictures.
It's not for men. It's for other women. It's for you. You know what I mean? At least in my opinion. This how
It is. It is.
But
I was
yeah.
about to say, and that there also goes to point where like men is like, why do you wear all these that makeup and the lashes? Like, we don't like that. Like, I hate that conversation because it's not for you. Like,
But it should be for me.
I'm like, I know, but you can go.
but
to
we the
club with a
ones
bunch of
looking at you.
niggas.
We the ones getting you. Like, bye.
But no, but they
Not
can,
for you.
if they don't like lashes, go to the club with a bunch of niggas. They got natural lashes.
They got the prettiest lashes.
Right, the best.
Go get
of the
them.
Because clearly that's what you want. Is a nigga with no lashes.
So we are gonna switch over to talking about, is hygiene cultural? The gentleman went super viral. There was a lot of backlash and comments because he was talking about.
I love his page.
Yeah, he's very funny. About hygiene being a cultural thing. I sent you the
Okay.
video.
Okay, because I do have to watch it. I didn't watch it when you sent it, Erin.
Oh, it's
I
funny. Well, it's not even funny.
But he got so much backlash.
I mean, what happens when a
Just
when a
the
dog holler?
Yeah, it's like,
He hit.
dude, chill out.
just the headline alone, I was like,
Right.
Hygiene is cultural. And this is a topic that I've been talking about for a little bit over a year now. That certain people in certain cultures are socialized to believe it's okay to be funky and not wash.
How many times a week is the average person showering? Because I understand you're only supposed to wash your hair like 2 or 3 times a week. And so I probably wash my hair once to twice. I shower about twice a week.
That thing on fire.
Wow. And while some of you may argue that this is not a cultural thing, while everyone doesn't have the same level of cleanliness, we're not arguing over whether we should use a washcloth or a loofah.
Do you use a washcloth? No, me either.
I think
disgusting.
Am I scrubbing my body with a washcloth?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I know. I think we're.
That is like a UTI waiting to
I think
happen.
we're in the minority.
Use washcloths?
I think so.
Like for their body?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, what are you washing your butt with?
My hands.
Yeah, we were talking about it the other day.
Washcloth.
No washcloth. Washcloth.
Oh no.
I think it's
It's just different. All hands on.
You won't find many of us coming on and saying we don't wash certain body parts like our feet or our legs.
What kind of psychopath washes your feet?
What?
Travis, don't act like you wash your feet.
I'm not washing my feet every time, but I wash.
Visible dirt on them, I'll scrub the dirt off. I don't even touch my feet. Why the fuck would I wash my feet?
I'm not black. I'm not gonna go wash my legs and feet.
I have a shower. Yeah. I put soap in my bits, in my underarms, and that's all. My upper back has never been washed. The only time I wash my legs is when I'm shaving. But you don't use soap when you I don't.
Or that feet are self-cleaning.
I don't wash my legs in the shower. No, I don't wash my feet in the shower. Feet are self-cleaning.
What's going on? Y'all are going to jail! Period!
Or whether we should be washing every day or once a week.
Human beings aren't meant to wash up every single day. Their whole bodies.
Those
They're just
people
not.
that give those kind of
You have lost
where
your
did they
mind.
get that information from?
You have
I'm
lost
gonna let
your
that
mind.
go.
Or whether kids need to be changed and washed. Kids, which are some of the dirtiest animals to ever roam the earth.
My children probably bathe maybe once a week. Because why would you need to? Why are they dirty? Once a week. If it's once a week, you know, like now they so they swim. We have a pool and they swim in the summer, so I guess we call that bathing. So it's
You
be all
won't
kind of
find
pissed
other
and
people from
discharging
other
their water.
cultures coming online and being proud about the fact they don't bathe, and then making it seem like we're all crazy for saying, wow, why aren't you washing your head, your face, your body, your legs, and your feet?
Wash my hands.
Oh, I was gonna say that too.
I don't care. I'm done. I'm done hiding it. Why do girls have to wash it? We don't touch nothing. We don't even touch nothing. I get when you take a shit. Wash, like if I'm in a public restroom and there's people in the stalls, I will even after I pee go to the sink, wash the water, like pretend run the water, pretend I'm washing my hands.
The socialization of cleanliness for white people is cultural because it's been passed down from Europe to everywhere they settled on this earth, that they are inherently clean and we are not. I have lived in a few developing nations that are extremely poor. And if there's one thing I know for certain is that brown and black people, no matter the poorest of the poor, will wash in a river if they need to. Their kids will look clean and proper going to school. We will not be funky.
How often are you guys bathing your kids? And the majority of you are doing it every night. I don't think that's necessary. How often do I bathe my kids? Once a week. They're just not dirty. If we're bathing more than once a week in the winter, it's for entertainment purposes.
Chalk it up to them coming from cold environments so they didn't wash frequently. But we're in America now. You need to wash. Everybody needs to be washing their body.
You do not have body wash in your house.
No, haven't for years.
If I went over to your house,
you would see shampoo, conditioner, no body wash. Wait, so you use shampoo? Yes, every month or so. Every morning I get in the shower, I get under the water, wet the hair, wash the face. With what? With water.
Malisek, has a girl ever seen your shower and been like, "Where's the?"
Yeah, a couple times. Hell yeah. So actually, in New York, I did buy some stuff, but I emptied it out and I just had the bottles in there.
More than twice a week. More than 5 times a week. At least do 5 times a week. I don't know.
That's why the plague almost took him out.
Mm-hmm. I am not. I looked shocked. I shouldn't have looked as shocked as I am, but just actually hearing some people, it's actually nuts. But the first example that he used was the white girl saying that she washes her hair once to twice a week, and she washes her hair every time she showers, so that means she showers once or twice a week. That is the same exact story I was going to give you guys, because I've witnessed this.
Me too.
In real life, I was in high school and I went to an after school program. I was a theater kid, so we did Hairspray Junior at this program outside of the school. And very much a lot of white kids in this program. There was probably 5 of us that were black. Ironic, because we did Hairspray, right? Anyways, if you know Hairspray. So we had, before the show, we had someone come in for costumes and hair and makeup. So the hairstylist did this one white girl's hair, she put a lot of hairspray. She did a really nice updo, whatever. And she was like, I put a lot of product in your hair, so you cannot wash it out. She was just like, okay, well, that's fine, because I
already took my bath for the week.
She said, I only wash my hair when I take a shower, and I've already showered for the week. I only shower once or twice a week. And I just overheard that conversation, and I was like, what? I had to confirm with other people, because I was like, wait, is this a thing? I really couldn't believe what she had said. First of all, this is a little girl. I was probably one of the older kids in there, so she was probably 3 years younger than me at the time. So she was probably at that time I was maybe 16. So she was probably 13. And I was just like,
the thing was hollering.
No, but as a little girl,
well, I mean, it's a learned behavior.
I don't understand, especially parents that don't think that kids need to be washed more often than that.
There are a lot.
They're in school every day.
Ooh, and they're very germy.
Germy, right?
No, but it's the audacity for them to ask, why would they be dirty? My kids are clean. Why would they be? No. Why would kids be dirty?
Ringworm. And
you ever step foot in an elementary school? I don't know. I just don't like that smell.
Kids are dirty. You're sending them to school with other kids every single day. You don't think that they need to wash off that day?
Hold on.
Grubby little hands.
When I was in college, somehow I fell into a substitution teacher job. I was a sub. And one week I had like kindergartners and they loved to hug. I'm like, hey. They be like, oh man. I would just be like all day just like, don't touch me. And I didn't want to be mean, but like, keep your germs to yourself, my friend. You know.
They are super spreaders.
What?
Crazy.
So my take on this is that I do think that it's cultural.
Absolutely.
And I do think that it is essentially come down from wherever
Europe,
from wherever they were before they migrated and colonized all these places. Because as many white people as I've seen making these statements, not one time have I seen a Black, Asian, Hispanic. Nobody. No, I have not seen one. And I'm not saying they're not out there because they exist. I'm sure that there's no way that they don't exist because they probably grew up in Utah or some shit like that with them. But what I'm saying is that I have never seen a person of color get on a platform of any kind, a stage, a microphone, a TV, or anything, and say, I don't bathe.
The washing of the hands, though, is nuts.
I was just going to bring that up because why don't you feel like you need to wash your hands, though?
The same reason
you are touching, though. She said, we're not touching anything. You are touching.
All day.
You're touching. You're making contact with urine. Even if you feel like, oh, I took enough toilet paper to not touch anything. Like, girl, if you don't get... And now you're faking it, so you know that this is something that you should be doing.
Why
But you're faking it for other people.
You done turned on the water. Just
right. If you're going to be dirty, girl. Like, stand in it. Like, I'm not finna fake it. Like...
The time you were faking it, you could have just washed your hands.
Oh,
with some
that
soap.
needs to be put on job applications because...
Do you wash your hands? I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of like, do you steal? You know how they would ask you those questions like on job applications? I'm actually okay with that because that actually determines like how sick your office is gonna be because you're in close quarters with these people all day long.
It's like, I thought, not that it's dumb. I guess it just has to be the standard for them to have those signs that says all employees must wash their hands. But it's just like, duh, well, if they're coming in here to use the bathroom, why wouldn't they be washing their hands? But it's like super fucking important because people feel like they don't touch nothing.
Now you know.
Have you ever like been out in the city one day and then you go home? Not even go home. Say you've been out for a few hours, block party. And then you go into a restaurant or whatever, y'all sit down to eat. You go wash your hands. You see how fucking dirty your hands be? You really haven't touched that much. You just out. You're outside, so you really haven't touched doors. You most likely you just holding a drink. Like you haven't touched much, but when you go in there and wash your hands,
I actually enjoy seeing the dirt
coming
off of.
Yes.
I used to have this sign in my elementary school bathroom that literally had like a list of how to wash your hands. First of all, it said to sing the
ABCs,
happy birthday song.
Birthday song,
happy
actually.
Birthday, okay.
But it would say, get under your fingernails, wash in between your knuckles, like your wrists. And I used to be in the bathroom. I used to be in the bathroom making sure I got everything on that list. You wasn't finna catch. I'm gonna do this right. I was super exceller.
The level
in elementary school. So I was overly washing my hands. Loved it. And the water needs to be hot because that's the only way the germs are going to get off. It is true.
That's why COVID was such a problem.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, yes. Because they did bring back telling people to sing the happy birthday song while washing your hands.
The funny thing, actually, I had never heard that singing any song to wash my hands. I just know you're supposed to wash your hands.
Because you should try to wash it for at least 15 seconds for minimum because people be like,
no, I need a soap. And if it ain't enough bubbles, I'm gonna rinse and I'm gonna hit that soap one more time.
You don't feel like you washed it if there's not enough bubbles because there's like still a
The dirt is, the grime is still there.
And don't just do this either. Get the back. Do all this.
Right here. Get up in there. I don't know. You know what? Again, I think his hypothesis is true, that it is cultural and it has come down the pipeline, you know, through their lineage. And I know they've been taught on some level because the Moors taught people. But if I feel like if you choose to not do it, then just be nasty.
Because it hasn't been the plague. Again, it's the same thing.
You're right. There's no plague.
There is no rampant disease. There's no rampant people dying.
No consequence.
So people are like, oh, I don't have to wash my hands and my body because people aren't dying from the plague anymore.
That's so right.
You revert back to
foolishness.
Listen, when I was a kid, my grandmother made sure I was washing underneath my feet for sure.
In between,
she said just because the water is running down there doesn't mean it's clean. You need to clean it.
Put some soap on it.
No problem. My grandmothers, they were very precise. They were wash behind your ears too. Wash your neck. Like they weren't playing. They made sure that I was ready to bathe myself. They said, this is how you do it.
I actually think, because you know, some kids are not taught how to bathe.
Well,
they're not. Think about it. You got grown folks that don't wash in between their toes every day. If you was brought up and taught to wash between your toes every day, why, when you turn 27, you stop?
True.
If you were brought up to clean the entire ear with a rag and some soap every day, like why at 27 would you stop? So I really do feel like a lot of people probably aren't, and sometimes it's not their fault. It's different sets of circumstances, but like I think some people just aren't taught how to bathe.
Well, I mean, you see, they said that the baby, and we're not talking about a newborn, obviously, but I think they're like 2, 3, 4 years old. They don't shower the kids.
I remember when I was a kid, we used to spend the night at my grandma's house. It was 3 of us. We were like the 3 oldest cousins. We was all in the tub together. We were like all, I think maybe we were all like 1 year apart. We grew up together. Baby, my grandma had that Irish Spring. And I think, what's that white soap?
Ivory. That's
Baby,
that soap.
Baby, that rag would be slinging soap everywhere. I mean, we was clean, baby. The neck, the belly button, in between the I mean, everywhere, baby. She be like, bend over. You be... I remember... Because I remember the soap, the rag and the soap just like slinging all over the place. It would like be in our hair. She did not care. Baby, we was scrubbed down. Scrubbed down, lotioned up, powdered up.
Ready for bed.
What? And Listerine'd up. I hated that brown Listerine.
And for the people that think that just water is bathing as well is absolutely ridiculous.
Wild.
That was, she said the pool?
Come on, bro. Because doesn't even chlorine leave like some kind of like...
Oh, it's chlorine, so you probably...
Like, how do you think that means bathing?
And it dries your
And I know
skin.
like, but in the Caribbean, we call going into the water bathing as well, but not in a literal sense. Like when you go to the beach and you go in the... the water.
I think that's,
But we don't say that in a literal sense. Like that's just what we say. But you know when you get home from the beach,
taking a bath,
you have to shower. You have to
scrub.
What?
Like some people literally don't even like scrub the crevices between the thighs. Like you know how much sweat be there? That's like not cleaning your ass cheeks.
I know I'm not gonna find it, but there was this one video. I saw it a while ago, so that's how I know I'm not gonna find it. There was this white girl, and she was like, "I am on Black TikTok," and she was like, "And I just want to tell you guys that I love it here, and I do shower. I shower every day. I'm not like the others."
Yeah.
She was like, "I have my
Loofah,
the African scrub.
The net,
the African net scrub." She was like, "I have that and I scrub my skin, I exfoliate, and I'm like, my girl. You know, actually, one thing that I'm not too familiar with that I think is a Black cultural thing, dry brush.
Oh, I have one and I picked it up from a friend, but I don't know if it's a thing.
Like, I didn't understand that. I think that I saw that actually recently for the first time. Maybe that white girl told me.
It's something to do with like lymphatic drainage and stuff like that.
And what's her Joan? What's Joan's name?
Oh,
Tracy
Ellis Ross.
She did a reel one time where she was like getting herself ready to get off a really long flight, and she was dry brushing.
I thought that's just for drainage.
Yeah, I thought it was for your like lymphatic
I
system.
know it was like, for like hygiene.
I was like, I'm not familiar with this. I was like,
kind of get a little bloated, retain some fluid.
Keep things moving.
All right. I thought that was like dry cleaning yourself.
Oh, no. I think my understanding is that it's for your like lymphatic system and like circulation and stuff.
A lot of people do that post surgery.
Oh.
So yeah, man. Real talk, like, man, put y'all dirty asses in the shower. Matter of fact, sit your behind in a tub. Let it all just soak off. And then once you get that first layer or two, then jump in the shower.
Because sitting in a bubble bath is also not taking a shower.
Right.
You gotta scrub.
It's also not taking a shower. And get that African net.
Yeah.
You could exfoliate maybe 1 to 3 times a week. If like just start.
I don't use my hard net every day.
No, I don't do it every day. I try not to exfoliate too often. I'll do 2 to 3 times a week. But use that. Shower every day, but let that be your 2 to 3 times a week.
And get the crevices.
That'll do wonders for you. That girl that said her upper back has never been washed.
That's disgusting.
That net will get there. Go like this. It'll get that.
Can you imagine? If you ain't never washed your back. Like
first of all, you can reach it. Why? It's the mid. Well, I have a long torso, so I don't know. But it's the mid back that you can't get. Why is
that right in the middle? That's all.
Why has up here never been touched?
Baby, you know them shirt collars be.
Ooh. I hope she don't be wearing white to work.
Mess. Right?
Imagine.
And I don't know.
Dirty neck.
Neck.
Oh, hair. Ooh.
You're sweating. Your skin cells are falling off.
And I'm from a hot climate, so all I can think about is. But I will say this: I do think Southerners are different. I think that Southern people, they do be washing. I do.
Well, good for y'all.
I do.
Oh, I see.
You mean the Southern white people?
Yes.
Okay.
I do think they're. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe because it was more of us in that area and they were around us, perhaps. But like my belief is that they do. Same way they cook really good.
They cook better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can't put that on all white people.
Nobody's generalizing.
Yeah.
Well, I think it is a generalization, but I don't
like if we're gonna be talking in a cultural sense,
it's general.
I think we're more likely to adopt more cleanliness, and I think based on in terms of cultural, like what was it, Queen Isabel, the one who bankrolled Christopher Columbus.
Yeah,
it's known that she only took one bath her whole life.
Yeah.
Nah, this is a documented thing. I'm not making it up. One bath your entire life.
That's why I think they said when they got married back then, they had flowers.
Yes.
To help.
That's where flowers come from.
Yeah.
For the stench.
Ooh, baby, you know that they was out.
Definitely a cultural thing also, because one of those people said, why would I wash my legs and feet? I'm not black.
They said that?
Yep.
Oh no, I think that was Tom Segura. He's a comedian.
Oh, the comedian, because he was like, he doesn't use a washcloth.
Yeah, it was a washcloth. He's like, I'm not black. What do I use a washcloth?
Yeah,
for?
he was like, that's not a thing that we do.
Mm-hmm.
I think his mother is like,
that's crazy.
Isn't she Hispanic?
His last name is Segura. Somebody clean over there.
Yeah, his mother, I think she's either Hispanic.
Something.
So what do you wash your butt with? My hand.
Spaniard. Like
crazy. This whole thing has some crazy.
You should have seen your face.
But can I say one last thing about this? And I'm gonna tell you what'll keep you honest. Replace all your towels with all white. That's how you know when you clean. All white sheets, pillowcases, wash rags, everything, even a dry off towel. Because if you, excuse me, if you didn't wash good and you start drying off, you start getting by them ankles, and you open that towel up. Yeah, I'm telling you, a white linens will get you all the way together. You think you clean? Nope. Sorry to those people.
Sorry to that man.
Right.
Hopefully you guys can learn more. Like, don't be stuck in that.
Please.
Plus you feel better.
It's
right after
so much better to
after
shower
a good
every day.
shower.
I'm telling
good
you.
Scrubbing and
You
after
sleep
you exfoliate.
good. Oh Lord. And put that lotion on top.
Mm-hmm.
Feel
You
nice.
feel better. Just try it.
I love that.
You sleep good.
Oh no.
Girl, when my skin is clean and I get in that bed,
Sleep good.
You do sleep good. Good shower.
Yes.
have
and then
a
you
nice
feel good.
routine.
Maybe they'd be a little less racist if they just showered more.
You know what?
You might be right.
That is a fair assertion.
Especially if you have pubic hair down there, like, and all the sweat and
And
girl.
skin, like
No.
I'm disgusted. Next topic.
You go on a date with this guy that you went on a date with before. This is y'all second date. Things are going really, really well. Y'all vibing. Y'all having a good time. Y'all living right now, right? Boom. At the end of the day, the check comes. He picks up the check and he looks at the check and he says, she charged us for an extra drink. We only had 2 drinks and she charged us for 3. You say, you know about that $3 drink? You say, yeah. And you say, it was only $3. People make mistakes. Just pay the bill.
I think I know where this is going, but I'm gonna let her finish.
He said, nah, I'm gonna sit here and wait for the waitress to come so I can tell her that this ain't supposed to be on my bill. She then goes into her pocketbook, takes out $5, puts it on the table, get up and say, I'm not about to sit here and squabble over no $3. If you mad about $3 now, what else would you be mad about later on?
But wait. He wasn't mad about $3 and he wasn't gonna squabble for no goddamn $3 either. He just wanted a correct check. I don't understand what the frustration is about.
She leaves. He sits there and waits till the waitress comes so he can tell the waitress, like, look, you charged for an extra drink. The waitress takes it off and he pays the bill. He goes outside looking for her, thinking that she's just outside waiting for him to come on outside. And she's gone. So he calls her and was like, yo, where you at? She was like, oh no, I went home.
Y'all remember in the beginning of the video when I said there comes a time in a man's life where he must walk away? That was the moment for that man.
And he said, why did you do that? Why did you just get up and leave? She was like, well, if you gonna beef over $3 over something somebody made a mistake over. He was like, I wasn't beefing. I just told her that she charged me for an extra drink. And I told her, she took it off and I paid the bill. It was no problem. Yeah, but it was only $3. He then goes, you know what? You're right. I don't think this is gonna work out between us. It was fun, but it stops here. She says, what are you talking about? I thought we had a good time. He was like, yeah, we did, but you just ruined it over $3. She responds, no, you ruined it over $3.
Now, if you ask me, I think this is a no-brainer, if you ask me, but I understand that people have different minds and a different thought process. But if you gotta ask me who's wrong, that woman is 110% wrong. There is nothing wrong with wanting to get a correct check, even if it's only for $3. How much time did it take for the waitress to take the...
I saw enough. And did I see you shake your head?
About what?
In agreement with what?
I agree with the man who was doing the commentary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
she didn't understand why he wanted a correct check.
Correct. So she
paying the bill?
She got up, she
paying
left,
it?
she went home, and
No, she got up and pulled $5 out her pocketbook and was like, here.
oh, she did that and then went home.
And then left, yeah.
Okay.
Congratulations. You gave $5.
You ain't pay for the whole
And
thing.
then after seeing that she did this, the man was just like, you know what? This isn't going to work out between us. I think that that's fair
I do too.
because it's the principalities. Like, honestly, it's no beef. Even in the, telling of the story, it didn't even sound like the guy wanted any beef. But honestly, yeah, mistakes do happen at a restaurant, but she should know that she made a mistake. It's an easy correction. It's really not even about how much the extra drink had cost because honestly, her mistake could have been bigger. It could have been double the amount on one of their meals. We would have had to correct that mistake.
Or it could have been 2 margaritas instead of 1, and now you got an extra $22 drink on your bill.
Yeah, she probably charged somebody else's drink on y'all bill and didn't realize. But so now somebody else's bill might be fucked up. I don't know. Just let her know that this isn't right. She made a mistake somewhere, somehow. And it's up to her to figure out how that mistake happened or whatever. It's really not about the $3. And I think that was very nasty of her to even put the $5 on the table as if
she was trying to flex.
Exactly. As if he was wanting to correct it because he didn't want to pay for the extra.
That's like passive aggressiveness.
Yeah, it is passive aggressive. It's nasty. And for her to do that and go home and then also follow up with when he says, I don't think that this is going to work out. Her response is, what do you mean? I thought we just had a good time. You thought we just had a good time.
But you left.
Yet you got up to go back home because it put such a bad taste in your mouth that I needed this bill to be correct. I was the one paying. You didn't pay a thing. And that's cool. You didn't have to. But yeah, if you guys were having a good time, you ruined it.
I agree.
Doing too much.
So I'll say this. Don't laugh, Alan. So when me and my husband were dating, we would go out and he would pay. And I would always pick up the bill to look at it because he just never really struck me as a person who like lived on a budget or really cared how much things cost or if a mistake was made or whatever. And for the most part, the bill was generally always right. Maybe one time it wasn't. And I remember he told me, he said, hey, if you're not paying the bill, don't pick it up and look at it. I said, you ain't got to tell me but once.
My boy.
Yeah. You ain't got to tell me but once. So in my mind, from that, I was like, if it's a mistake on there, you got it. If it's not you got it.
I personally wouldn't even pick up on a mistake unless it's like a whole bunch of people and I'm like making sure that things were there. But if it's just like 2 of us, I wouldn't have even picked up on the fact that there was a mistake on there.
Hey, every dollar, thank you. Every dollar counts.
It does. Agreed.
Because somebody might be like, oh, it's just $1. Hey, when you go somewhere, you pay for something and they try to keep your change.
Oh,
I
don't pay with
it
cash.
Definitely happens. They try to keep your change. I be like, what my 35 cents at? And they'll be like, oh, yeah, nigga, you kept my 35 cents. I'm telling you, for me, it does not matter. It's a matter of principle.
Yeah.
Because that 35 cents is literally, I'm going to throw it in the bottom of the change tray in the car or give it to my nephew or it's not a thing, but it's really the principle. Same thing you just said with them $3. No, either you gonna run back there and you gonna run me a Sprite or you need to take these $3 off of here. It's up to you.
That you have to tip everywhere now.
Well, unless I receive a service, then I ignore that. Because I used to feel guilty about it only because I was a server. So
but they're not serving you.
Understand? No. But some places
you
have the option. Yeah, they have an option for tip even if they aren't.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Like takeout places.
Why am I tipping you? I got in my car, drove down here, picked up this food that I ordered.
Yeah,
you're just handing it to me, and you're not even doing anything. I'm pinging the card on the screen. You're not doing anything. Tip? No. Have a great day. All day.
Now, if I go to a little ice cream shop, the other week, my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, we went out to have tea at some place in Nyack, right? And we just walking around the little town, and it was a little ice cream shop, and they had like a lemon sorbet. And we went in there, and I tried like 3 or 4 different ones. Like something like that, I'm not tripping because you did the little taste test with me and X, Y. Even though that's a part of y'all's thing, like that I'll tip. You know what I mean? Because you actually scooped and it was a service. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that in small shops like that, tips, get it. But like if I'm going somewhere to just pick up
You're handing me the bag of food?
Off a rack. The rack is right here.
But you didn't even cook?
Nah, son.
You are handing me this bag of food. You're not even
actually
doing
doing less.
Because you didn't even
brought
bag
it to the car.
The people in the back bagged it and brought it out to the front.
No, they cooked it. Then bagged it.
Cooked, bagged, and then brought it out to the front.
And then you're like this.
Yeah.
All you said was, hey, what's your name?
Thank you. Tell Chris back here. Did he fry this chicken? Tell Chris come up here. I give him a couple dollars.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. But me, they're not gonna get the money. Not me. Not
Alan,
for that.
it's a sucker born
Do they get
every
you
day.
when you go get some coffee? Like if you get a coffee?
I had went to this party. It was a Disney party, and it was literally a party where they only sang like
dressed up as a Disney princess.
No. They only play Disney music. Yeah, it was very fun. Anyways, so we came late.
Hey,
and
that's weird as fuck.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's actually very fun.
It's
you dressed
300
up like
people
one of
in a
the
room singing a whole new world.
Very
Hell
fun.
no.
Very fun. Anyways, so this was my first time going, and I thought it was just like, a regular party, but it was actually very timed. So I just, I'm a late person, so I just came late. So when I saw like the format of the whole like party, I'm like, oh shit, like we're actually late. So I'm like hurrying up to get our drinks. And I was just like, guys, I don't even have time for you pay for your drinks. I was like, I'm just going to pay for all of the drinks. Y'all just send me the money. And because I'm paying for all 4 of the drinks, the tip was, the percentage is high. So I was like, I'm just going to give her cash. So I pressed no tip. She was so quick to be like, okay, so you guys just aren't going to tip. You got 4 drinks. And I was just like, wait, what?
What face did you make?
First of all, I didn't say enough. Because she said whatever she said and then immediately turned her back to make somebody else's drinks.
Now you get nothing.
So I don't even remember what I was saying back, but she wasn't even listening. Like she wouldn't even turn her face. I'm telling you, I could not stop thinking about that throughout the whole party.
Ruined the whole party.
I said, I gotta go back. I was like, guys, I gotta go back. She didn't even hear. She didn't hear nothing I said. It's still on my mind. It's still on my heart. How could she how could she? That was so rude. That was so nasty.
Yeah, like you don't have to tip her.
And exactly. And even though like bartenders, I would tip.
Yeah,
but you were so fucking quick. So like, was it because I'm black?
Probably.
And she actually would have came up with the cash. Like they prefer cash tips.
Mm-hmm.
But now your whole blessing gone.
Yeah, but I didn't want everybody's drink tip to be on my card. So that's why I'm like,
no, I get it. But what you're saying, what I'm saying is that even if you would have given her $6 on the card versus $6 in cash, the $6 in cash is better.
I don't even remember exactly what I went back and told her, but I remember going back up to the bar and because it was ending now. And the bartender was like, oh, we're done. The bar is closed. I said, no, that's fine. Can you call her right there? Tap her. I was like, tap her right there. And I don't even remember what I said, but I was going off. And she's like, okay, whatever. And she's cleaning and she's like, whatever.
I'm like, that's why your stupid ass didn't get no tip.
But I was like, I could not leave this party and not go back and say something.
What's the manager?
Oh man, yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna have to speak to that manager. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to Karen that out. Like, no.
I'm like, well, what's your name?
That is just bad service. I'm not obligated to give you a tip.
It was nasty.
And the thing is that I feel like most people are more inclined. It's easy to tip for your drinks. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're gonna drink multiple drinks, so it's $1 here, $2 here. You know what I'm saying? Or you just give one big tip at the very beginning and then you're done. Like it's not a big deal. I'm sorry, if I got an $8 drink, baby, you better take this $2.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying. Yeah, guys, I get it. It's a hard economy, but don't be running up on nobody, accusing them of not giving you no tip.
Aggressive.
Yeah. Because matter of fact, I might not even sign that paper and just drink that drink and walk away. And now you got to go catch me.
Now you gotta be like, there's a fraud on my account.
No,
Exactly.
and they could do that too. That's why I always make sure to take the extra copy with me, because there's always like a merchant copy and the customer copy. If the customer copy is left, they can fill that.
Write anything on
They
there.
can fill that in.
That's true.
Yeah.
Good point. All
I
right.
make sure my customer copy is in my bag, not left on the table, nothing.
I'm not good with that.
Y'all not getting
yeah.
me.
If I'm paying you cash, and then I write cash tip.
Yeah. Leave
So
all
it's
of the
on
evidence.
receipt.
Mm-hmm.
It's crossed off. So you know, I used to be a server in college. I prefer cash tip. So I guess because
Exactly.
I was a server that I liked at the end of the night, you know what I mean? Getting that cash in hand. So I always try to tip cash when I can, because they get excited, especially when they get a good tip.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're leaving, they be like, have a good day.
Like, we will.
You too, girl.
Like, we will.
I don't know. Okay, guys, this has been episode 4 of Don't Call Me Auntie. Hope you guys are loving it, by the way. But we will see you guys on the next episode. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. This is new, so we would like your feedback. So comment.
Please.
And we'll see you on the next episode.
Peace.